thought I lost the plot, but I am back in business. Hello and welcome to 28 for 28, where I make 28 brews before my 28th birthday. And today is day 9. And I really like yesterday. I was feeling lost, bro. I was lost in the fucking sauce. But before we start, I just want to say I do have a link in my bio or my description, depending on where you're watching this, to raise some funds to help Sudanese humanitarian aid. Specifically, right now, if you know or don't know, there's a genocide going on in Darfur, and it's a massacre, and this is all man-made. And if we want to stop this, we have to help. So if you can help, please donate even $1. I know that there's a minimum, I believe, of $5 in that link. So if you just want to send 1 or 2, I will leave my link tree so you can send me on Venmo. I'll just automatically know. I mean, you can put a little description or whatever, but I'll know, and then I can just send it all together when as the funds come through. So, anyways, yesterday I made a spiked brew. It was the Fiery Queen brew. And okay, so I got lost because at some point I was like making these drinks and I'm like, oh my god, like this can go on the menu, like we can make this, And I was like looking for feedback for the drink, and then I realized that I lost the plot in terms of like that's not why I'm making the drinks. Like, yeah, like it'd be cool to put the drinks on the menu and whatnot, but like that's not what I want. Like, I want to be able to understand what these drinks are making in my body, because I work with these energies because of what the thing is. So I realized that I need to step away from the alcohol part, because the alcohol itself is a spirit. The alcohol itself has like pretty intense like effects, right? So then a lot of the times with the drink, it's the alcohol that's doing the thing and not the other. I mean, the other ingredients and the herbs obviously are adding to it, but the effect that I feel is the alcohol. And I'm not really a drinker, so I'm just like, let's pause on that for now. I think I'll make a whole series just on the alcohol, the spirit itself, because the alcohol is made out of herbs, it's made out of plants, it's made out of fruits, so then we can do that later. For now, let's just stick with the herb itself and not like try not to like do a lot of mixes. I think I forgot that because I was like, oh, I just want to be like, I want to be creative and I want to do this, and it's creative and I love it, but also I'm like, wait, I feel like I'm deviating from the track. So we're back on track. And you know how I knew I was back on track? Because yesterday I love this, you guys. But yesterday, so what I've been doing is that I've been doing the cards like a day before, so that I can sit in the energy of the card for at least 24 hours before I come with the herb and the card. And yesterday's card was, guess what? It was the 7, the 7 of Cups, and it is called debauch or debauchery. And the herb that I got was DAMIANA LEAF. And I was like, okay. And like this card, the 7 of Cups. So the 7 of Cups on like the Rider-Waite tarot, it's like 7 is about discernment. But in that one, it has like all these 7 cups. And there's like a cloud and it's blue, and it's kind of like so many choices, and like you just gotta make a choice and move on and whatnot. But like the choice has to be in alignment. Like you have to discern, you have to use the past, you have to use your reflections, your wisdom in this life to make a choice. And in this one, this is a Venus in Scorpio. And it was so interesting because to me, I'm like, okay, what's Venus in Scorpio? I was like, okay, what does Venus value in Scorpio, right? I was like, depth first, right? I was like, probably like power in a sense, right? Probably depth, power, obsessiveness, possession, like I don't know, like choice also, risk to some extent, like I was looking at it, but then the card is like, it's all like murky, it's murky waters. So then I'm like, like there's something to it, right? And then I went and googled the word debauchery, and it was like the excessive use of like sensual something, or like it's basically like anything that you're addicted to, anything that you could be addicted to that makes you feel something better, like other than what you are, right? But it's like in almost an excessive way, obviously, right? So there's no moderation in it, you know? So Scorpio like. So I was like, okay, cool. So then I was sitting on it this morning because then I was like, because Damiana came in and I was reading about it and she was like, oh, it's like sensual, it's aphrodisiac, you know, but then it's also like psychoactive. So there's like the vision part of it. And I was like, ooh, okay, interesting. And then I was like reading in it and I was like, oh my God, obviously this is the card that I got for the day, because at the end of that night, that's what I was dealing with. It's like the whole fucking alcohol thing. I'm like, I don't even drink. I don't even like the taste of alcohol. That's why I'm making these cocktails a part of it, not why. But like, I like to change the way it tastes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to taste the alcohol. So then I was like, why am I doing this? Because now I've been drinking for the sake of like making drinks and whatnot, but I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. Like, literally, I'm just like, oh, this is too much alcohol. And then my coworkers and my boss and whatnot, and they're like, oh, I think we need to feel the burn of the alcohol. It's like, okay, like more alcohol, I guess. And I'm like, no, girl, like, what? You're lost. This is not what we're doing. And I mean, it's exciting, it's fun, it's creative, right? And it makes me use my brain in ways that I don't, because now I'm like, okay, like yesterday when they told me that, I was like, okay, you want a stronger, you want to feel the heat, and it's coming to winter, so okay, I was like, okay, maybe tequila, you know, and then I started like, you know, doing a little something, you know what I mean? Like, it made me creative. But I also realized that this isn't this, you know what I mean? Like, that's something else. And that's fine and that's cool and I love it and that's my work, so I'm gonna keep doing it, but also I want to keep this. I want to keep it. I want to keep it sacred, you know what I mean? Keep it secret, keep it sacred. So I was like, okay, well, I guess it's not a secret because it's out in the world. But I was just like, almost defeated, almost, not always, not there, but defeated, because I also like came to pack because I'm moving. As you can see, the kitchen is empty. Well, basically the entire apartment is empty except for my stuff. But I'm moving, so then I was like, no, like, don't quit, you gotta do this, you know, and stuff like that. So then when I was able to just kind of like cut all of that bullshit out, I realized that I just need to sit with the plant, like the herb itself, and that's it. That is it. And what I really love about this is because then when I started reading about the leaf, right, and then here it does say it helps with your psychic abilities, it's an aphrodisiac, it helps with divination, and also helps with visions. And then I was reading about how it's psychoactive and whatnot, and then I was like, this is a healthy and moderate way to engage with an energy that is like excessive, right? So then if it's excess, you need moderation. So you need something that kind of like brings you in a way, or maybe like brings in the energy in a way that is moderated, that is healthy, that is not like fucking up the thing, you know what I mean? So today I'll be sitting in with her. I packed up everything, so I will be eyeballing this, but I do have my steeper, and then I already boiled some water, but I'm gonna make sure it is boiled, and then I'm just gonna eyeball it and make some tea from the DAMIANA leaf. Ooh. Also, apparently you can smoke it. And as a smoker, well, an ex-smoker, because I haven't been smoking in a while. Whoa, proud of myself. I love smoking though. So I decided that maybe I will get to a point where I can do smokables that are herbs. You know, like, I mean, you know what I mean. Because then I was like, okay, like, I can indulge in things, you know what I mean? We're still in the card, right? Because it's like it's like almost like the things that you're not supposed to do, but you want it. And that's such a Scorpio energy, you know, where it's just like, bitch, I want it. I'm gonna go get it, you know? And I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna go get it. But then I'm like, moderation, keeping track, don't get lost with the illusion and delusion. And I think that's really what it is with this, like, all the dripping and it being murky water and stuff like that, is that you are lost in the sauce. And then you gotta reel it back in. So I am reeling it back in. So I'm excited because now I'm like, I have a clear sense of what I am truly doing, right? Like, just keep it simple, keep it to the point. Ooh, she smells earthy. I guess all the herbs do. Let's be real. But anyways, and then we're gonna steep it for 7 minutes. I say 7 minutes, but the other day I was talking for like ever, so we'll check it out in 7 minutes. So when it comes to like indulging, overindulgence, I think that's a good word too. And I think overindulging in things that excite you can also, like the adrenaline of something can also be an addiction. So I was thinking about it in terms of like how I love trying new things. I love trying new things. Because what do you mean? You know what I mean? What do you mean I don't have that experience in my pocket? You know what I mean? Like, I have to experience something new. It keeps me going. This is life. Life is all about experiences. So that's how I learn in life too. You know, like, you can tell me whatever, I can read all the things, but it wouldn't really digest. It wouldn't really like sink in until the experience kind of like comes through. So I was thinking about it because I have started so many things, especially if you're someone who's been watching my stuff. I've started so many things, and I was like, every single time I'm like, this is it, you know, and then like it ends at some point, or like something else comes in, and then I'm like, okay, this, you know. It's like always chasing the thrill of something new. And there's a downfall to that, and that is that you just have a bunch of unfinished shit, right? And also is that you never see something through till the end. Obviously, what I've also noticed is that I do that with certain things, where like the letting go this is like such a human thing, okay? Is that I can hold on to some shit that is hurtful for years and years, right? And it would literally be sucking me dry, like dry, like nothing left in me. And then I'd be like, no, like, let me see this through. Like, bitch, there's nothing left in this, you know? But then there's some things when like actually excite me, like passion, excitement, joy, you know? And then it's like, no, the next thing. And I feel like it's such a like, oh, it's like such a Pluto in Sagittarius, but also such a Saturn in Aries too. Because I'm just like, no, I want to do this and I want to do this. And I'm always thinking about things that are quote unquote like just out there, I think, for me at least, you know? Because then I'm like, oh, and I look it up and I was like, no one's doing that, so let me do that, you know? And it excites me, but I think I lose the plot because I'm like almost chasing something out there. And then this brings me back to the card that I had the other day, which is it was the moon. No, what was it? It was the moon in Sagittarius. And I was talking about the like being in that chase of the other thing, the next thing, you know, the next hill, the next, you know, and you're just like, oh, that one, let's go. And then there's be like, that one, let's go. And that's how my brain literally works. And I know that, and it's fun, and I know how to work with it, because in the end, it kind of brings me back in a loop where something else then makes a full complete picture takes form after I do that. And then I'm like, oh, I'm back here. And then I'm like, oh my God, all of these things made sense and I'm right here. And I always talk about that. But that's the thing, is that yes, that works in certain things, but it doesn't work for everything. So when it comes to like following your passion, when it comes to following things, that there's almost that obsession that you have to like have, like a healthy obsession within like the things that you want to do in life or what you seek in life, right? Like, I think also there's a lot of like, okay, I feel like this is such a Scorpio take, but it's like obsession isn't that bad, you know what I mean? Like like you need to have this oomph to keep you going, and like You almost need that obsession. Yes, you need other things. You need the discipline. You need patience. You need all of the other things. But obsession? I think obsession is underrated, not overrated. I think obsession is underrated. Because, like, listen, the minute I'm obsessed with something, nobody can convince me otherwise. Like, literally, you cannot fuck with me. You cannot tell me nothing. Because that energy, it's from within. Like, it comes from a place so deep, it doesn't make sense. And it doesn't have to make sense. And I think that's the part of it where I was like, it's just there. And I just know it. And I just have to follow it. And I just have to go after it and whatnot. So, obviously, it can put you in murky situations, right? It can literally lead you on the quote unquote wrong path, or it can lead you into places where you're learning lessons that you should know better by now. You know what I mean? And I think that's just part of the experience, part of the exploration part. But yesterday, I really thought that I lost it, and I wasn't like not gonna do this thing, right? But I was just like, what was I doing? Because I thought I was learning about the energy from the taste, using my taste buds and my sense of smell and the herbs, and and then I was like, that yesterday none of it was about that at all. Like, yesterday it was just it wasn't it, and that's it. You know what I mean? It was fun and stuff like that, but that's just its own thing. So then it brings me back to discernment about some things that you got to see through, because even though I'm saying that isn't it, that doesn't mean that I know exactly what it is. It is, because I'm still seeing something through. But the thing yesterday that I was doing wasn't it. So that's good. Like, you eliminate the choices. So that's the thing about like the 7 of cups in the Rider Waite, is that also it's like you have choices, but the only choice that really matters is the one that is truly in alignment with you. So then you have to take a step back and just take a moment and evaluate, and then do an elimination. It's easier to start eliminating things, right, at first, but then just to, if you have it and like, be like, this is exactly what I want, then that's it. Simple. You're listening to your intuition and stuff like that. But we're tuning it up here, right? We're using different modes to tune it up. So now, like, okay, I love that. See, a little, it's considered a mistake, but also not really, because it's just like, I just got excited and then I had to come back. You know what I mean? So that's the thing about like being excited to like fuck up, because then you're like, whoa, I fucked up, but then I learned something really valuable. And I also know that I can be creative in anything I choose to be. Anything. And it reminds me of this thing that this lady one time told me. Like, I just met her and I was like gardening and whatnot. I was learning gardening, and then she came to me, she was like, I kill everything, stuff like that. And then I was like, me too, but like I've been like just, I don't know, figuring shit out, and it just been working. And she was like, oh, you're a creator, like you create things. So that's why like when you have that mindset, things work out for you, because you're constantly creating. And that's all that we need to do. So then I was like, wait a minute. I've never thought about it in that way, because I am so good at fucking destruction. We're so good at destructing. Destructing is so easy. Throw it all out. Burn it to the ground. I am like so used to that. And it gives me a thrill too. But it's just not sustainable. You know what I mean? Because then you're like burn everything out and then you have nothing to burn. So then what are you going to do? So it's like, I think there's also the thrill of like building things and then destructing it, and then building things and then destructing it. And then this takes me to like the whole Capricorn and the whole Sisyphus with the fucking ball. And I'm just like, this is such a dangerous place to be in life. But also, what if I don't choose a thing? You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. I'm like, why do we have to make just a choice of one thing? Why can't we just do the one thing until it's done and then move on? And then that brings me back to the Scorpio letting go and the evolution of things. Like, grow. It's okay to grow. It's okay to evolve. We're just human beings. It's okay. Love life. Try things out. No regrets. You know what I mean? You don't have to burn it down. There's always someone who needs the thing that you're literally letting go of in that same moment. Every single time. Every single time you're ready to let go of something, someone else needs that same thing to get to their next stage. And that's just life. You know, so try things out. Try things out. And there's no ever a wrong path. Let's get back to that. Because you gotta try to be like, oh, this isn't for me. And now you know this isn't for you. You learned something, bitch. You learned something. And that's life. You know? We learn things and we move on. And now we have more knowledge. So crazy, right? Anyways, you guys, the tea is ready. Oh, wait, she has a sweet smell to her. She's also having like, she smells like grassy too. And she looks like more mustard than green. Like more on the yellowish. Anyways, I love, ooh! I love you guys. This is my 9th brew before my 28th birthday. Take care. I love you. And until next time.